All right, second time to record this. See how this goes. Not gonna look at the wall this time. I looked at the wall and went too far in, and it didn't go over well. So we're gonna try this again. Okay, everything's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay eventually. It's gonna be good. Day 2. I can still make it through my day for a short while. I can get my radiation treatment. I visited my parents today. I got a box more, the remainder of the duck calls, and delivered them, and then came back home and crashed. So for today, it's only been a couple of times I've had to curl up in the fetal position and just cry and stuff like that and be overwhelmed. And that's happened today a couple of times. I am even yesterday when my wife came in after all this happened, she noticed me curled up and just holding my breath, just holding everything together as tight as I could. And she's like, what is going on? So I told her. So my wife knows everything that occurred. So I told her instantly, and it's like, okay, yeah. So she went and got me comfort food, which is the best thing in the world. Went and got me some comfort food. And then as soon as she said she's time to go to bed, I said, I am following you. I'm snuggling. I cannot let go right now. I can't let go. I needed her. I couldn't hardly still deal with it. I do want to explain a little more. There were two things that happened yesterday. One, a lot of information came flooding into my head from another source, outside, out there, up there, came flooding in, and it joined a lot of things together, and I was able to forgive like I needed to, and it worked, and it's wonderful. That part is super wonderful. And I still need to realize what just happened on that. All the information and stuff that came flooding in is going to take quite a while to process. I told my wife this. It's going to take weeks to a month or so to process this. It was so much coming in all at once. I was down on my knees, just like, that kind of thing in the shower. Just stress. It was just so much overwhelming coming in. So it's going to take a while to process that. It's like I mentioned the chains have come off, or maybe you want to associate like training wheels have come off. I don't know. So it's going to take me a while to process that information and get a grip. What it felt like for that information to come in, part of it, that living existence, it was like I was connecting to that living existence, an incredible connection. It was just like, and it was overwhelming, that much overwhelming. And that's what this new, looking at everything new, is like. It's a better connection to this living existence that's here. And it is a bit overwhelming. Shoot, now that I'm just recording this video, it's almost clicking on that. Maybe that's a little bit of processing done. The reason for that, maybe it's that better connection to the living existence stuff that's here is the reason my guards came tumbling down. My landscapes, when I look at these walls, maybe that's why they're gone. Is that connection is just so much better now. Some warning would have been nice. Whew. Some warnings would have been nice. So today I am still able to. God, I don't even know if I say that. My brain is buzzing still. I can't forget me thinking about anything in the past. I've tried that today. It's done. There's too much information in my head to think about anything in the past. It's too much going on in my head. It's just buzzing. So I don't even know on this video if I've already said this, but today I was able to get through my day. Radiation treatment, visit my parents, picked up the last of the duck calls, dropped those off, got that done, and then came in, curled up in the fetal position again, crying here. So that's only happened a couple of times today, but I can get, what I've noticed is I can get through my day, at least that part of the day, for a few hours, and that's about all I can handle. And then it's come back home and just hang on kind of thing. So what I am putting in my own self to deal with it is, it's like a workout. My day one of a workout, and I am a wimp. I am a complete wimp. I mean, I am such a wimp. I'm a wimp. Today is better than yesterday. As far as the seeing through walls thing, and it's my barrier's been gone, and let me explain that a little bit more of what's happening. Okay, I kept seeing through walls. I call it seeing. I don't know if it's clairvoyance or what it is. But when I look at a wall, I'm seeing other places, other real places around the world. Not in universe kind of things, not unless I look. But normally it's just other places around the world, buildings, people, different places, everywhere, everything. And that's what I see when I look through the walls, is these other places around the world. I mentioned in my Seeing Through Walls video that it's nice having my barrier up because it blocked emotions. Unless it's a big conscious bunch of people emotion that comes barreling through, or someone I know personally can come barreling through. Well, the problem now is my barrier is gone. My barrier is gone. So when these images come through the wall and I see these people in different places, their emotions, their feelings come through. I feel it. I can feel what they're feeling, and it just hits me and it slams me. And that's what I'm dealing with. That's why it's all like this a lot and just overwhelming at times, because it's just coming through. And it's just overwhelming. So I'm working on that. I consider it like the first day of a workout and dealing with it. I actually mentioned this to Mom. I told her about the video that I put out yesterday. So if she sees it, don't freak out. I am okay. I'm going to be okay. Everything's okay. And I told her a little bit about the center walls, all the emotions. And she recalled a younger time in her life when she felt the emotions from someone else from far away. And she was feeling what they were feeling. And I said, that's exactly it. Except with me now, it's all the time. It doesn't stop. It's nonstop. It's hard for people to comprehend. It's hard for me to comprehend. And I've been dealing with this for a very long time, all my life. I'm 56 years old. What the hell is going on? You should have been a younger person doing this. Or not at all. But I do want to be awake. I don't want to remain ignorant. I don't want to stay in the dark. I don't want to stay in the dark. I want to learn. I want to try to learn the right way. And I want to learn. And I guess this is maybe part of it. And this is not an easy part of it right now, at least. Because of those two things happening. The barriers coming down was totally unexpected. I did not expect that. I don't know that I can get them back up. I haven't tried. I don't know that I want to, because it's learning. And if it's just a workout, if I can get through it, then I'll be able to deal with it better, and I'll be able to learn more. And so it's just a heavy workout right now. So that's how I'm dealing with it. I'm sure tomorrow will be better than even today. I wasn't planning on going down to the river this weekend. I think I will. Down that Pink House remote area, I think I will. I think I'll try to get away from it. Not that I can get away from this. It's not going to happen. But being away from people in general, I think, and back in nature, back in the ground, the soil, the plants, I think it'll help. So I am going to go down this weekend. Anyway, this is new. This is new. I'm just, I'm hanging on. It's going to be fine. I know it's going to be fine. But this is new. Okay, one more thing. Editing of this, adding this in. I just watched what I just recorded. I just watched it on my phone here and realized something. Something I realized, seeing through this wall stuff, what I'm not seeing right now at all are these entities out there that I see and feel sometimes in this other space through the wall. I'm not seeing them at all, anywhere. I'm not feeling them. I'm not seeing them. I don't know if it's because I'm overwhelmed with normal earth-based places and stuff like that. I'm just being overwhelmed and I can't see them, or what, or maybe they're giving me a break. I don't know what it is. But normally in the past, I kept my barriers up. So when I would look, I'd see my landscapes. Sometimes I would see these entities out there. And I've mentioned that in the past, these different entities in this different space. But now that my barriers are gone and all this other stuff in reality, the earth-based reality, buildings, people, locations, things like that, that's all hitting me so powerful. I'm not seeing these entities at all. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't feel them. I have not seen them. They're just not there. I don't even, no, they're not there. So I don't know what's happened with that. Maybe I'm just overwhelmed and it's something to do with that. I'm not sure. So we'll see later on. But right now, I just realized that watching this video I had just made and wanted to mention that.